It's time for Thursday Night Football, and we are talking Seahawks at the Cardinals. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're already here talking Week 4 in the NFL. Time is absolutely flying as we got an NFC West showdown between the Seahawks and the Cardinals. We'll get into all that in just a little bit. It's been a break-even first 3 weeks for us, so hopefully we can take off now that we got more data and get on a little heater here. But quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video will be out later tonight for the Thursday slate as we look to stay hot as that season winds down. So NFL Week 4 schedule, like usual, my best game bets, which also includes the best trends and leans. That video will be out Thursday night. My favorite NFL player props and anytime touchdowns. That video will be out Friday night, and then I will again be on the Kyle Crum Show, 11 a.m. Eastern live. If you guys don't follow that channel, go check it out. Subscribe. They're awesome. But we talk and break down every single game leading up to kickoff. So before we get into anything, you guys know any graphics you see in this video? They're from OUTLIER, the best betting research tool on the market today. I use this every single day. Click that link below. You get a 7-day free trial. So let's get into it. I got a little dad joke for you. So here we go. My wife worships me. She puts burnt offerings in front of me every single night. Not you, honey. In this video, we're going to recap Monday Night Football, and then we're going to preview and give my best bets. And I got two bets that I really love here for the Seahawks at the Cardinals. And then, of course, we'll finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Come join this awesome community we have here. But I'm ready to get it rolling, and that means it's recap time. All right, Monday Night Football did not go our way at all. Zay Flowers over 69.5 receiving yards. I've been pretty good with props this year. This was terrible. Zay Flowers was not a part of the game plan at all. It was Mark Andrews, and he was just out there running routes and decoying, really. It was crazy to see so many targets, see him be the number one wide receiver by far in the first 2 weeks, and then he flat out disappears. But, you get that sometimes with Zay Flowers or anybody, really. But the second one, Jameson Williams touchdown, took a shot, plus 245, just a quarter unit here. They scored a lot of touchdowns. He just was not included in that. In fact, he didn't have a ton of targets. So for a game that ended 38-31, these two top receivers did pretty much nothing. So anyways, that's what we got for the Monday Night Football recap. As you can see, there's the overall season record, and we break it down with player props, anytime touchdowns, game bets, all that every Sunday night in case you're curious. But I'm ready to get into it. Let's talk Thursday Night Football. All right, we head out to the desert where the Cardinals host my Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks minus 1.5. Total in this one is 43.5. Quick preview before we get into the best bets. Seahawks have played well against Arizona. In fact, last season, in the two games, 30-18 win and a 16-16 win. Seahawks in the first 3 weeks lost to the Niners 17-13 in week 1, beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh 31-17, and then annihilated the Saints 44-13 last week. Cardinals first 3 weeks beat the Saints 20-13. Saints dropped the ball in the end zone to tie it at the end. Beat the Panthers at home 27-22, and then lost to the Mac Jones-led 49ers 16-15 in a close game down to the wire. But injury report, Seahawks, we got big-time defensive players that are questionable. I'm hoping a couple of these play, but Witherspoon, the number one defensive player, the DB, Leonard Williams, both safeties, Julian Love and Emmanuel are questionable as well, and I think that's what's keeping this line down a little bit. But again, I'm hoping to get one or two of these, but I really love this defense either way. Cardinals will be without James Conner for the rest of the season. That's brutal. Trey Benson takes over. I do think he's a pretty good running back, though. Two starting offensive linemen are questionable, Paris Johnson and Evan Brown. Wide receiver Zay Jones questionable. A couple defenders, linebacker Davis Gaither and cornerback Will Johnson also questionable. Again, I'm recording this early on Wednesday, so things will change. You can check the injury report as you go. But let's get right into the game. Again, you guys know I'm a Seahawks fan. I don't make biased picks. I don't usually just pick the Mariners and Seahawks and all that just because they're my team. But I can't get away from this one. Give me the Seahawks on the money line. Minus 116 on FanDuel. Half-unit play. I'm going to have two half-unit plays here. I like these, both of them, as if they're one-unit plays. But again, it's prime time. I can't be having 2 units in one game. But this line opened up as the Seahawks with the underdog. As an underdog. I don't understand it. No idea why the Cards would be favored. But obviously that line moved very quickly. So let's talk the Cardinals first. There's going to be some things that you guys that I was surprised about. They're 2-1. They haven't looked very good, especially on offense. They have yet to reach 300 yards in a game this season. And also, 2 of those 3 were against the Saints and the Panthers defenses. So think about that. They have been out-yarded in every single game this year. That's right. The three quarterbacks, Spencer Rattler in the Saints offense, Bryce Young in the Panthers offense, Mac Jones in the 49ers offense, have all out-yarded the Arizona Cardinals. Offense, Kyler continues to struggle to successfully go deep and stretch the field. He's just a throw short to intermediate type of guy. Still working on that connection with Marvin Harrison. But it's just a lot of short completions, and now they got to count on Trey Benson as opposed to James Conner, who's been their workhorse. Defense, they pulled away or played well defensively to start the year. Again, their three opponents were the Panthers. They gave up 22. Saints gave up just 13. And the 49ers, without George Kittle, without Brock Purdy, gave up just 16 points. So haven't really been tested there yet. But the fact that they are on the road for the Seahawks is actually a positive. Under Coach McDonald, Seattle is 8-1 straight up, 5-3 against the spread. I don't know why, but their home field advantage went away, but they have been road warriors, to be honest with you. They've been tested a bit more. I'm not going to say they've been tested against super tough teams either. They've played two of the three same teams, but this is a top three defense right now. And again, we have to see them face really good offenses to see how elite they are, but this is not one of those good offenses. McDonald isn't a defensive genius. They miss him already in Baltimore. You can see it. They're struggling. But they dominated without their best players last weekend, and that's why I'm okay with, even if we're missing a few players. But Seahawks numbers defensively, how about the number one pressure rate in the NFL? They have two of the top 13 edge rushers when it comes to pass rush win rate. That's Mafe and Derek Hall. Number two in pass rush win rate overall. That's hard to say fast, by the way. They have not allowed a rushing touchdown through 3 weeks, allowed the third fewest rush yards per attempt at 3.2, and they are fourth in rush EPA per play allowed. They are loaded everywhere. First rounder from a couple years ago, Byron Murphy, the D tackle. He's first among D tackles in sacks, pressure, hurries, run stops, solo tackles. They got guys up and down this defense, even if they are missing a few. Obviously, I'm a Seahawks fan. I have all these stats, but offense, they've picked it up the last 2 weeks. The surprise to me for the Seahawks, and this is what I was worried about at the beginning of the year, is their O-line. But they're playing like a top 5, top 10 defense or offensive line right now. JSN has become a top 5 wide receiver. Rookie Horton has looked good in limited action. They've actually looked pretty good offensively, and a lot of that is because of that offensive line. So overall, the Cardinals are without their number one running back and beat up on the offensive line, and now they have to go up against the Seahawks pressure. Again, the number one pressure rate in the NFL. Arizona struggled to move the ball against Carolina, New Orleans, and San Francisco. Just think about that for a second. Again, they have not hit 300 yards yet. They've been out-yarded every single week. It's just crazy to me. Hawks will be their toughest test so far. I also really like the Cardinals team total under 20.5. I don't see how they get to 21 unless there's some fluky, turnovers or something. And I also like the full game under here if I had to take a full game total. But I want to make all three of these bets, but my number one bet is the Seahawks on the money line. I think JSN is going to be a matchup nightmare against this Arizona secondary. Give me the better overall team here. Again, there's no bias. This is just the better overall team in my opinion. I'll take the Hawks on the money line. That is my first best bet. Now, the second one. How about a little player prop? Give me Sam Darnold over 219.5 passing yards, minus 115 on BetMGM. This is a half unit play here. I like this prop. I think it's a little buy low spot here due to the first 3 weeks. So let's talk Sam Darnold and the first 3 weeks. Week 1, first game with the Seahawks ever. Whole offense was out of sync. He only had 23 pass attempts. That's the big part here. His pass attempts line in this game is set at 29.5. We'll go over that in just a little bit. But week 2, how about 22 for 33 for 295 at Pittsburgh? That's more the stat line I am expecting here in this one. Week 3, finished with 218 pass yards right there on the hook. But guess what? It means nothing to me. He only had 18 pass attempts because the Seahawks were absolutely blowing him out of the water. Thanks to turnovers, special teams returning for touchdown. He didn't need to do anything. I mean, when you have 18 pass attempts, you're not usually going to go over. And even with just 18, he was right there at 218 passing yards. One of the best weapons in the NFL, already talked about. JSN is unbelievable. Also, like I said, surprisingly good O-line through 3 weeks. One of those is because first-rounder rookie Gray Zabel has been absolutely awesome. I mean, he's the only guard in the NFL with at least 25 pass block snaps to not allow one single pressure. He's really helped this offensive line. He's not the only good one, but that's what I really like about it, and now the matchup and why I like it. But first, let's talk the first 3 quarterbacks to face the Cardinals. Spencer Rattler, 214 yards, went over his 196.5 line. Bryce Young, 328 yards, went way over his 201.5 line. And Mac Jones just threw for 284 in the Cardinals. He had a 217.5 line. Now we're getting a 219.5 line here. Doesn't really make sense. So, like I mentioned earlier, Cardinals have been much better versus the run than the pass. In fact, teams know that. Cardinals have given up the most pass attempts in the NFL, and it's not even close. Opposing quarterbacks have chucked it 47 times per game against the Cardinals. 47. No other team, or only one other team is over 40, and that's the Ravens, allowing 40.7 pass attempts per game. Teams know this secondary and pass rush combo is not anything special. They can take advantage of it, and they have a pretty good run defense. And we've seen the Cardinals. They have an 18.7% pressure rate. Nothing special here. So this number just feels low for Donald. If we're expecting 30-plus pass attempts, I'd be shocked if he does not go well over this line. Possible ladder spot up to 250-plus as well. So I like Donald to take care of business here. Give me Sam I Am over 219.5 passing yards. That is my second and final best bet on this one. Let's get some winners. Feel really good about it. Hopefully the Seahawks come in ready to play. But yeah, leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think of this game. Parlays, single bets, whatever it is. But before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. My two best bets for Thursday Night Football. Give me the Hawks on the money line, minus 116 for a half unit. And Sam Darnold over 219.5 passing yards, minus 115 for another half unit. Thank you guys for watching. As always, really appreciate the support. Again, the baseball video for Thursday will be out later tonight. But enjoy the game. Hope you have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon.